Okay. Hey everyone, thanks for joining me today. This is Sarah Dudley, founder of Marketing Macros, and I'm here to talk to you today about demoing the new LinkedIn user interface. So I recently noticed a couple days ago that my user interface for LinkedIn was a little bit different. My homepage looked different, my profile looked a little different, just little things that weren't there before are there now, and it looks like that LinkedIn is trying to align their desktop user interface with more of their mobile experience. So I thought it would be really helpful to kind of take a look through what some of those changes are and whether it's going to require you to make updates to your profile and whether there are certain things that you need to be aware of to make your experience with LinkedIn a little bit better and improve your ability to utilize it. So let's start off here with the home page. You'll notice now that on the left-hand side you get a little snapshot of your profile here. So it's taken directly from your profile. You've got your header image, you've got your image of yourself, your profile picture, your professional header, whatever it is that you have in your profile. And then you see that you get to have a little snapshot here of number of people who have recently viewed your profile and also number of people who have recently viewed any articles that you have posted. So kind of a cool little snapshot to get a sense of some of the metrics around your profile. And we're all very data driven now, so those metrics are key to kind of get a sense of how well your profile is performing, who's looking at you, all those great details. And then you'll also see here a little bit, there's a slight difference in how you share content now. You can either share an article, photo, or update here. That would be something that you've grabbed from another source, something that you felt was really interesting that somebody has shared and you want to share it as well. You pop the link in there, the picture there, and share it out. If you're looking to write your own blog post on LinkedIn, you can certainly click here and write your article and share it that way. So those are kind of the key differences that I have seen just on the home page itself. When we start looking into more detail at some of the other pages within LinkedIn, we'll see that there's some other changes there too. So the first one actually, let's take a look at our profile page. So you'll see that it's now called Me. So this is your Me page instead of your profile page. If we take a look at that, let's go to that here. So you'll see here there's a couple of slight changes. You'll see your background photo is actually a little bit smaller. That's because they actually changed the dimensions on it. So you are now going to likely, not in all cases of course, but you're probably going to want to consider changing your background photo if it no longer fits. So the new dimensions for the background photo are 1536 by 768 pixels. So you want to take a look at the picture you have, see if it still makes sense for that picture, if you may need to resize it. You also have your profile picture is now in a circle now, so that's a little bit different. Again, it may mean that you need to consider updating your profile picture just to make sure that your face isn't being cut off or it still looks symmetrical. And then as we kind of look down through, you'll see that you really want to be very succinct and careful in your summary. So you'll see here that my summary is obviously longer than the preview that it's showing, and that means that people aren't really, they're going to have to extend this in order to see the rest of it. So you want to make sure that that is something that those first two sentences of your summary are really succinct, because you want people to get a good sense of who you are right off the bat, without needing to kind of open any additional windows. And so I need to actually go in and update mine so that that is a cleaner, more concise statement right there. And of course, in order to edit, you just click on the Edit tab here. And then once you do, of course, you have the option of editing all of your personal information so that it is up to speed. This is where I'll go to update my summary statement. And of course, you always want to make sure that you are uploading fresh media to the media pages, whether this is articles you've written, areas that media that you've been in, anything that you think helps tell a story about who you are to the audience that's looking at your profile. So once you've done that, you can X out there. And then as we keep looking down through, you'll see again your key metrics here that are being pulled into the home page. As you scroll down, I did notice that the sections where you used to be able to, take your experience section and then say you want that down under your education. Say you want to actually lead with education here and you want that to be the first thing that people see. You're actually no longer able to move these sections around. So the order that it's in, starting with experience and then leading down into education and then furthering down into volunteer experience, like that is the flow that everybody has to use now. So much more consistent across everybody's platform. May not be the greatest move when it comes to, customization and personalization of your LinkedIn experience, but that is one of the updates that I noticed. Another thing, if you want to add a section to any of these profile pieces, you have two options. So you can either add it right here from within the actual little box, or you can go up to the top here and add a new profile section. And so you can quickly pick which one that you want to add something new to. Another couple of kind of small things I noticed, but interesting nonetheless. The endorsement section here, you used to be able to see, kind of a quick snapshot of all the little profile pictures of people who had endorsed you for that particular skill. And you used to actually be able to see more of these skills. So maybe you would be able to see your top 10 skills. And so here they make it a much quicker snapshot of what those featured skills look like. So they only show your top 3. And then in terms of showing who has actually endorsed you for it, they only show the last person who has endorsed you. So here we see Jonathan DeLu is my latest endorser. So going back down, you'll see the accomplishment section. I think it looks like they pulled together all of these sections on, where you're kind of talking about your major accomplishments, whether it be awards or certifications, stuff like that, and just pulled it kind of into one overview of what your accomplishments look like. And then, of course, you are able to see those. So say, I have 4 honors and awards here. When you go up into your work experience or your volunteer experience, it actually does pull in, or it did at one point pull in what those awards were, but it actually looks like that may be another change in that at one point, if you put an award down for a particular job that you were doing, say I won an award doing this job, the old experience used to show that award under that particular job. So it looks like another change is that does not happen anymore. So the only way to see any awards that you have earned is just in this section down here. So interesting change there. All right, so in terms of your profile, those are kind of the key things that I've noticed. Your network, let's take a quick look at that. For your network, it's a little bit cleaner, but still, really simple, really easy to use. You can manage your invitations here, choose to accept or ignore an invitation as it comes in. And then further down, people you may know, you have a couple of options. You can either connect, you can remove them from this list, or you can, if it's somebody that you're actually already connected to on some platform, most likely through email, then there's an immediate option to actually invite them to be a friend, whereas somebody who you don't have any former connection with, you have to actually message them first. So a little bit different there. The other place you might see a few differences in your notifications box. So you get a sense of, okay, since you last visited, how many notifications do you have? I don't have very many since I was just in here a few minutes ago. So nothing new to see from me here, but you do get a sense of, some of the things that are happening in your network, whether people have endorsed you recently, whether people have liked posts, just a really quick snapshot about your overall experience in your network. And you can tell it's obviously synced in much better with the mobile experience. You can really tell that that seems to be a cohesive experience now across the two. So the last thing that I thought was really cool was, you have now, of course, access to any additional parts or products from LinkedIn that you want to use. And one in particular that I really think is interesting is the Learning tab. So when I click on that, it actually takes me here. And here, it automatically pulls in the fact that I'm in marketing, so it knows my skill set. And it basically took that skill set and it targeted specific types of content for me. So I never had to fill anything out. I never had to filter any information. But this platform automatically knows that I am involved in marketing. So it pulled up the latest and greatest content around marketing, which I thought was pretty cool, specifically, content marketing, which is my latest role. So I thought that that was pretty cool that it has that ability. And so you're always able to keep up with what's going on. And if you feel the content here isn't exactly what you're aligned to, it looks like you're actually able to then add skills, which helps filter that content even more. So pretty cool there. So that was what I wanted to show everybody with the latest new LinkedIn user experience. I hope you learned something. So, go take a look at yours, find out if there's anything that you need to update to make sure that everything's aligning to the new experience. And then, share with me what you think, if you think this is going to improve the overall experience or not. So thanks, everyone. Have a great day.